We are in Maya today, and I'm going to show you the 5 most important modeling tools. So when modeling, you're going to use a set of tools over and over and over, and pretty much anything that you do is going to kind of give you basis of modeling. And so the first tool that you're going to use repeatedly is the Multicut tool. So basically, if you hold in Shift and right click, you're going to bring up your modeling options and you can go Multicut. Now, if you hold in Control, you can actually do an edge loop, which is really nice. Or if you need to build your own loop, you can actually just click and basically click. And then when you're done, you hit Enter on the keyboard and you can continually build up. And it'll snap to your vertices and everything is perfectly fine when it comes to the Multicut tool. So that's the first tool that you're going to use quite a bit. The next tool is going to be your Extrude tool. Extrude is really awesome. You can always use it just by holding in Shift and grabbing one of the arrows and basically moving it out. That'll extrude geometry. In reality though, it'll break your UVs, so my square box will now be changed and I'll have to unwrap UVs with that. The next thing I use often enough is the collapse tool. Collapse basically takes things completely apart, and I can ultimately do is go in here, go to merge to center, and basically collapse that, and it'll crush it into one vertice. Now, one of the biggest things that you can often do is use collapsing on different parts of mesh. So an example of this would be to create something along the lines of another box over here, and I'm just going to move it up like so. And if I need to join these two boxes in order to get collapse working, it doesn't like me, so I'm just going to grab these two, mesh, and combine. Now that that's one geometry, I can simply grab this and I can merge these two together. However, you cannot merge face to face. So in order to do this, I have to go into the face mode and choose the other face here, and I can hit delete. All right. And then from there, I can actually grab in and go to the vertices, and I can grab these vertices and basically select two together, and I can merge them together. So merging vertices, merge vertices, and I can do that as well. So merging vertices is also another aspect of one of the most powerful tools that you can use. Now, with that, if you have something like this, you can always go into edge mode, and this is another tool set that I often use, and simply selecting those two faces, holding Shift and right click, and we go down to bridge. That'll add geometry in between it and allow you to connect 2 points. And finally, the next thing that I often find I need is breaking. So breaking allows me to grab something individually and simply go into, and so it's actually called detach. So I can Shift right click again and I can detach the components. Now when I do that, nothing really happens, but if I click on this and move it, you'll see that I'm detaching that edge face. I can do this with a number of different things. So I can go into face mode and grab an edge here, and I can Shift right click and I can detach this as well, detach components, and then I can select it and move it up. And so it's a quick, easy way to kind of create holes to do different things. So when you detach something, it's no longer part of the mesh itself, but it is part of the geometry object. So those are really simply quick and easy 5 tools that you're going to use the most in modeling. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.